Hello, my beautiful wildflowers. How are you today? Alexis here with O Modesty. First of all, happy Thanksgiving, because today is Thanksgiving and I'm hoping that I uploaded this in time for you to see it on Thanksgiving. And so there were several requests or asks that my beautiful wildflowers have made as far as what videos they would like to see today. There were great suggestions, but unfortunately I can't do them all. So if you're interested in finding out what I will be reviewing with you, stay tuned. Okay, my beautiful wildflowers. Well, here we go. And let me tell you, it was a really hard decision on what I was going to record today because everything you guys said I want to do, and I'm really looking forward to doing them. But one thing I did do was I did write them all down in my planner. And so that way I can cover everything you all said. And I'm hoping that, I picked the things that's interesting for you, but I'll do a mixture of a little bit of something. So first, what I want to do is I did put a presentation together. Actually, this is how I do it when I need to really organize my thoughts and I want to make sure I don't miss anything. And the topic is on 5 makeup and skincare products that I think can't be beat. But this is for me, and I've been looking a long time, and I've been using skincare and makeup a long time. And these are products that I continually go back to. And I do have one new product that I don't know if it's gonna, it's gonna ever be beat, at least in my book. And so I want to share that with you. So that'll be like the sixth piece, okay? But I had planned on doing 5. As I said, you'll see me looking down because I do have notes because I don't want to miss anything. And so how I'm going to do this is first I'm going to explain to you what kind of skin type I have, because that makes all the difference in the world. Because, if these products may work because of my skin type and because how my skin reacts to these products. And it may not work for somebody else with a different skin type, or it may not even work for somebody who has the same or similar type of skin type, because no two skin are identical, okay? So keep that in mind. And then the second thing I'm going to do is tell you what those 5 items are, plus 1, and why I think they can't be beat, and how long I've been using them, and what I think about them. And then the last one is as far as my thoughts in general, but throughout this whole presentation, lack of better words, I want to tell you a little about myself, because I know Amula, you asked about, I want to get to know more about you on a personal level. And so I can do that. It's not that I don't want to share, but it seems like every time I'm doing a video, things just don't fit in. But I can tell you, I was not born Muslim, in case y'all wondered, and I am what they call a convert or a revert. And I reverted back in 2016, and we call ourselves reverts because in the Islamic world, we believe that we were all born the same, Islamic, okay? And then so we're reverting back to what we were born as. And the other piece is, as far as Thanksgiving, we do pray 5 times a day, and each prayers, they're set. There are standard things that you have to say, and it's all in Arabic, actually, and we have to memorize them. And so in all the 5 prayers, we definitely thank God for all the things that we have. So Thanksgiving for us is just, okay, it's redundant, but not only redundant, but it's something that we think should be done, giving thanks every single day, instead of just waiting for that one day to say, give thanks. So that's that. So before I continue to go on, I'm going to go ahead and start in on the type of skin that I have. Okay, I think I've mentioned it to you all before, and also you probably heard me say I have very dry skin, and that has not always been. When I was growing up, when I was younger, I actually had combination skin. I had more oily than dry, but of course with, you know, change in time and as you age and as, of course, postmenopausal changes, you can expect that your skin will change. And you see them through, you know, fine lines. I see fine lines. I see loss of elasticity in my skin. It's not as supple as it used to be. And that's all because of decrease in estrogen production. And a lot of times, you know, people don't realize going through menopause is not just, it's not a big deal because, you know, these changes occur, but why these changes occur. And we no longer produce the amount of estrogen. And estrogen speaks for a lot of things, including osteoporosis prevention, right? And so there's a lot about that. So I can go on and on and on about that, but I don't want to do that now because I did say I want to get through this presentation. And so number one, my skin is dry. Number two, I have fine lines and a little bit of deeper lines on my forehead. And I have loss of elasticity, which means it doesn't spring back. It's like a rubber band when you pull and it springs back, right? It doesn't quite spring back anymore as it used to. And so, as I said, that's from, you know, due to postmenopausal changes, and that's something that I cannot help. And also another thing too, you know, people have suggested, well, you can do Botox to prevent your, you know, your wrinkles and things like that. I don't want to do that. I really, really, really don't want to do that because, you know, as a nurse, there's certain things that, you know, I understand as far as Botox is botulism toxin. Botulism toxin is something that kills people and have killed people in the early 1900s because of food poisoning, right? And so like in a canned foods where where the air can't get into it. And botulism is anaerobic bacteria, which means it thrives on places where it lacks oxygen. And so inside of cans. I mean, you don't see that anymore because the way they, you know, the industry has produced food and how canning is done, you know, it's rarely ever seen. And this is another reason why, point of fact here, you should not give babies honey because honey is a location where botulism can grow. And if you give a baby honey and they get botulism poisoning, let's say, that child will be brain damaged because it does attack the neuro center. This is a reason why when you give, you know, Botox, it doesn't move anymore, right? It just totally like, the nerves like stops. That's the reason why you don't get the wrinkles anymore because you won't be able to do this piece of it. Okay. So that's that. But so what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Well, what that has to do with is my first product. My number one product that I don't think it can be beat. And actually research even says that without surgery, of course, this is not including surgery. And so one of the things that that's really helpful for that is Retin A. Okay, this is a really used up tube and this is in progress right now. There's still some in there. But this is Retin A, and this is prescription only. And I noticed that when I started using Retin A, it really helped to eliminate some of the fine lines that I was getting. Like around here, as you notice, I don't have fine lines here, right? Where I should. And my 11s that used to be really deep, which is those two lines here that make an 11, it's gone. And also my skin, I mean, I don't use, I have makeup on, of course, but I don't use any filters on my camera, you know, to really filter and have a smooth skin. Relatively I have pretty smooth skin. I do have some age spots that I know you guys have seen when I don't have foundation on, but it's still smooth. My skin is smooth, and it's because of Retin A. And what this does is Retin A increases your cell turnover. It allows your cells to turn over much quicker like it did when you were in your 20s, right? And so what happens is when it comes to the surface, Retin A works deep in your dermis, which is still your surface skin, but deeper in, and then where the production of new cells happens. As the new cells are being produced underneath, it pushes out the old cells, it sloughs off the old cells, and a new one comes forward. And so that's why you have a lot smoother skin. And so Retin A, I don't think can be beat. There's been numerous, a lot of research actually behind Retin A and anti-aging. And so, I mean, you can read about it. It's initially was produced for acne. So that way it can do cell turnover on the damaged skins for acne. And so, and later on they found out accidentally, actually, it's a side effect is the fact that, you know, it also helps for aging skin. Okay. So that was number one. Okay, and the second product I don't think that can be beat is by The Ordinary Company. And the surprising thing is that it's really affordable. It's the hyaluronic acid. I have like, I don't know what's going on here with this bottle, but here it is right here. And it's well used, as you see. And this is the larger bottle, and it's about $11 for this larger bottle. But if you get the 30 cc's bottle, it's actually like $6. Here's the smaller bottle. You see this, the comparison here? Okay. And so hyaluronic acid, how this works is that it actually allows you to retain water. So that way you have plumpness in your skin. And it's great, especially for when you have like less plump skin, a little sallow skin, and also one that's lost its elasticity. And it really works. And, you know, I noticed that because before I started using this, I noticed that I really struggle with how my skin could look really plump and, you know, and juicy, like a better word. And so, and then I started using this on a daily and a nightly basis as part of my skincare. And I noticed that it really helped. And, you know, I did a little trial with another product. So I went with that for a couple of weeks, and boy, yeah, not a good thing. I mean, the good thing is these work relatively fast, so I got right back on track. But the product I was using to replace this did not work at all. And it was not looking pretty at all. So I had to kick this back in gear. And so this is the reason why I don't think this could be beat. And also the fact that this hyaluronic acid is also joined with the B5, that makes it really, you know, it works. It makes it effective. And so this is my second item. And I know you're like, well, okay, do you have any makeup for us? I mean, those are two things that skincare, you know, that may not be able to be beat, but how about makeup? Well, having said that, it's really hard to find makeup that can't be beat because there's always, you know, something new coming up. So before I get into that piece, I'm going to do one more skincare product because there's 3 skins and 2 makeups and plus one, which is kind of neither. Okay, and so the third one that cannot be beat is Paula's Choice, and this is the Youth Extending Fluid with SPF 50, broad spectrum SPF 50, and the SPF 50 is a chemical SPF and not a mineral. And this is one of the reasons why it's really hard to beat. I know a lot of people have a problem with chemical SPF because it burns or whatever the case may be. But this one, it doesn't. I don't know what they did to this one, but it does not do any of the things that the chemical SPF does. And matter of fact, I've been using this a long time. I've been using this since it came out. Is it close to 10 years maybe? Yeah, so it's been a long time. And the reason why I use this and why it's so effective is because this is the only product, only sunscreen that I have found that does not pill under certain circumstances. Pilling, I think some of you may know, but let me explain, is when you put it on top of another product and it starts to like rub off the other product that's underneath. And this usually happens when you use a dimethicone containing a product with an oil containing product, and it starts to roll off, and next thing you know, you have white all over the place. You know, I have tried this with all kinds of primers, all kinds of makeup. It's never pilled on me, ever. And so at one time I thought it did, but it wasn't this pilling. It was the primer pilling because the primer actually had dimethicone in it. But as far as for my skincare, and a lot of people don't like wearing sunscreen for that reason, but that's not a reason why not to wear sunscreen because it pills. Because you could always get something like this, and I've I mean, I love this thing. I cannot live without this one. And so it's just like Retin A and also my hyaluronic acid. I don't want to live without it because I know it works. I've been using it a long time. It's effective against the sun. It doesn't burn my eyes. It doesn't cause any kind of rashes or anything that other strong chemical sunscreen may. So give that a try. And this is actually made for normal to oily skin. And the reason why I got that is because sunscreen with oil will pill. And this doesn't have oil in it. It's oil free. And so this is what makes it special. Okay, that's that. And so now the next two products are makeup products, and they're things that I think are the best of all the things I've tried. But there's always new products coming out when it comes to makeup, especially the next product that I'm going to talk about. And there's so many different brands and so many different kinds out there now. And I hear such big hypes, especially with Natasha Denona and also, who is the other one? Pat McGrath. And also there is one more that they make such a big deal about this type of product. And I'm going to say, who is that? What is her name? Oh, Charlotte Tilbury. And all three of them have this similar product. And Natasha Denona's product, I hear, is really great. And I have tried it. But this one, I mean, for the price point and for the effectiveness, I don't think it can beat this one. I mean, big hype. Let's see what happens in, a few years when the hype is gone and which product is still going to be hanging out. And that's a highlighter. And this is the highlighter by Hourglass. And this is the incandescent strobe light. And this is such a good highlighter. And the reason why I say this is because this is so very finely milled. Very finely milled. And when it goes on very, it's an incandescent light, like it says. It's really beautiful on the skin. It doesn't take much for the skin to absorb it. And it doesn't leave a line. And also, I think because it is so finely milled, you can put it, anywhere, and it just looks really natural. And put it on top, I put it on my Cupid's bow here. And so, maybe other people may feel differently. Natasha Denona, I hear has a very good highlighter, but you have to also look at the price point, okay? So, this is my opinion, and this is one that I will stick with. I've been using this since this came out, and I want to say I got this at Sephora, not this particular one because I've used like many of these. I want to say back in like a Christmas time, again, about this time of year at a sale. And at the time, they were really expensive. They were like $65. It's not as expensive now, but yeah, I'm going to say that was about 2013, 14 time, and I've been using it since. And I do have tons of highlighters and use other ones, but this is the one I always go back to, okay? And then so the last makeup one that, again, makeup, good products come and go. But this is something that's been around a long time, and I think you guys will recognize it. And it's MAC Studio Fix Foundation. And this has SPF 15 in it, which is not enough for just SPF, but it does have the SPF. And also, this is an NC 30. And I really love this product. And I tried so many different foundations. Matter of fact, today I'm wearing the Ordinary foundation. I love it. I totally love it. And it may end up being one of my, you cannot beat this product list. But this is a product that I always go back to. I went to, recently, I tried Bobbi Brown. I recently tried... let's see, Armani. I'm thinking, okay, it's got to be better than, something that's a lot less expensive, $35 versus, $60, $70. That stuff is going to be much better. It's not. It really isn't. If you are looking for full coverage, because this is full coverage. If you're looking for full coverage foundation, to me, this can't be beat. The Ordinary, it comes close. The only thing about the Ordinary that I noticed today, though, is that it actually is pretty thick, so it settles. And I don't know if you can see my lines here. I don't get that from the this product here, I don't know if it's because, you know, I don't powder it because I don't want it to settle. I didn't powder this either, the ordinary one, but I think it's because it settles. This one here settles a lot lighter on the skin once you put like a setting spray, whereas the ordinary stays pretty, you know, pretty opaque. And if you have no lines to worry about, and your skin, you just want to cover up, you know, flaws and just get a very, you know, very nice, clear coverage, ordinary is great. I think that's probably better for younger skin because it's so opaque. And I noticed that doesn't oxidize. The only problem with this MAC is that if you wear it for like 14, 15 hours, you can start to see it turn a little bit orange, which means it's oxidizing. And so that's the only negative about this. But I don't think as far as coverage and that you're going to be using it in a, you know, a normal, you know, 8-hour day, I don't think this can be beat. But then again, you know, I did try to put this on with various different primers, and it does make it better. But I am actually, here's a good segue to my next number 6 product, because what I want to do is I want to try it with a new primer that I found, and this primer is like really good. It feels so nice to the skin. Matter of fact, that's what I'm wearing now. And I don't know if I would have already released this get ready with me type of this bronze palette video, but you'll see me using it. And that is, again, The Ordinary. And this is such a neat product, and it's a liquid, and let's see what they call this. High spreadability high spreadability fluid primer. And so it is a primer and it is liquid, but it's really neat because look at it. It's like really thick, you see? But it spreads so nicely, and I really, really like this. And so I am using that now, but I will try. I haven't tried it with this, and I'll see if it maybe will lessen or eliminate the oxidation. So hopefully it will. So anyway, I think I got it all. I did. So I hope you guys are having a great Thanksgiving Day. All of you in America. I know those of you who are international probably do not celebrate Thanksgiving, and that's totally understandable. But I'm really glad that you guys joined me today. And like I said, I mean, there was such great suggestions. And so I did write them down. I will do them. And I'll also do I know Dana Jetton, you asked about my skincare. So what I think I'll probably do is something like peek in my refrigerator, my cosmetic refrigerator for skincare, and kind of go through what's in there and what I use it for. I think that would be the easiest. The reason why I haven't done that one yet is because it's really, really hard for me to do skincare when I have to wear a headscarf, because I usually, when I do skincare, I don't just cover the face, but I go all the way down into my décolleté area with all of my products. And, you know, and also when I use this here, which is New Face, you asked about machines. Yeah, I need to be completely free because I need to go up here. I need to go in my neck, you know, do this. And yes, I do use infrared light product as well, machine as well. And it actually hooks onto here. And what happens is that this head comes off and then you connect it onto here. And that's done at night. Again, though, I start with my neck and then I go through my face. And I also use the other attachment, which is a smaller one. It looks like little antennas for my lips to keep it plump. And what else? Yeah, I think, yeah, that's the reason why I haven't done that skincare one, because I'm really thinking, how can I do this without, you know, really making it look cheesy? Because I want you guys to get the full effect of how to do this. Not just, you know, watch me do my face, but, you know, how to do your neck and how to really, you know, beat your face in the right way. And so that way, you know, your product absorb. And so I struggle. But what I can do is I can show you what's in my refrigerator, my cosmetics refrigerator, my skincare refrigerator. And I'll do that soon. But please give me a little time. And so anyway, I hope I added value. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and tell me how you guys are doing today. And what are you guys doing? Are you getting together with your immediate family? Are you having very small get-togethers with like very close family members? What are you doing? And what are you guys eating? And, who cooked? Anything, something fun. Let me know what is going on with you today, okay? And so, like I said, if I added any value, please hit like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, come on, let's subscribe. I'll give you a second. Go ahead. Push the button. Okay, you finished? Thank you. Okay, anyway, my beautiful wallflowers, I had fun with you today. And as I always say, remember, don't sweat the small stuff. I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.